Okay. What's up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? We are the Third String Podcast back with a juicy episode that's
Wow.
actually going to be really, really good because we got some good details that are a brewing. I don't say that word often, but hey, it fits the time and the moment. Daryl,
Ruin.
what do you have for us today? Good, sir.
All right. So I hope everybody had a wonderful Thanksgiving.
Yes.
How was your Thanksgiving, by the way?
It was pretty good. I just maxed out, relaxed. We had a little taste of barbecue in the mix. We've been doing that for the past like 3 years, mixing it in with the festivities. So good.
Good. I had the normal
I'm
Thanksgiving.
just saying, man, the best brisket I've ever had in my life.
Oh wow. So
Sweet Auburn.
did the Falcons game go well with your meal?
The earlier games were really good, but
The earlier game was gonna skip.
yeah,
Just kidding.
they were good. But the Falcons game, they were doing all right at the beginning. Wouldn't you agree?
No.
Okay.
No, the very first play of the game was they came out. Excuse me, hold on, my dog is showing up.
Special appearance.
I gotta push them off. The very first play of the game was no running back set, shotgun, and it was a sack.
Right.
They told us that they were going to establish the run. The very first play of the game was an empty back set.
Yeah.
Empty back set that resulted in a sack.
Yeah.
That play right there. First of all, I said this game is over with.
Yeah.
Second of all, Dan Quinn should probably be fired after this game. Is what I thought to come out like that. But
you might as well wait. He has like 3 weeks left. Just let him ride it out.
But so I'm guessing you think the beginning was different for you?
Well, because the score wasn't a blowout yet. So,
it wasn't a blowout.
So it was still okay. Then I fell asleep because it was so boring. Then I wake up, it's like third quarter, and it's like 20 something to what was it? Like it was bad. So I was like, oh well. Good night.
Good night. Yeah, I mean I predicted that the Saints would beat us. I said beat them, but beat us by double digits because I predicted the Saints will try to come out and embarrass us. It's what I predicted. It looked like it was going towards that way.
Yeah.
But some things happened. First of all, it was really 3 onside kicks or successful. One got called back for offsides, but then 2 of them happened, and I don't think that's ever happened before. No. And a lot of people are gonna say it's the offensive line because we gave up 9 sacks.
Right.
And they're gonna blame it all on the offensive line.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not one of those people.
Right.
Because Matt Ryan got to get a piece of this out. And that last drive, 2 of those drives, if you watch, he holds the ball. Now, you could say, oh, it was coverage, nobody's open. What do you think the quarterback should do at this point?
Get outside the pocket, throw it away.
Yeah, the same thing you've been clamoring for is he's not mobile.
Yeah.
To throw the ball away.
The 1 year he was the year we went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah. So to get out of the pocket and make something happen or throw the ball away, most likely just throw the ball away. Those are times we could not take a sack.
Yeah.
And we did.
Yep.
And so at some point, and I know a lot of stuff has happened to defense. Actually, defense didn't play bad.
No.
They didn't play good, but they didn't play bad either. The running game was trash.
It is trash, period.
So at what point do we seriously have the conversation to move on from Matt Ryan?
Oh, jeez. Sorry. Siren's outside. Sorry about that. At what point do we move on?
Yeah, I'm not even saying move on. I just said, do we
prepare
have
for the
conversation?
Yeah.
Like seriously. Like me and you have a serious conversation.
Yeah, every week.
I talk about the organization seriously has a conversation because if our offensive line is so weak, having a quarterback who cannot move doesn't make sense. Matt Ryan threw bad interceptions after bad interceptions.
I will answer that.
Go ahead.
it's going to happen one of two times.
Okay.
This summer or next?
I think next would be the. I don't think it'll be this summer.
Right.
Because we keep blaming every time I look, and this is why I stopped. I watch 92.9 game almost every day.
Yeah.
I did not watch it. I was watching. Did not listen to it on Friday because all they were going to tell me is how it's not Matt Ryan's fault.
Right.
And I said the only time he did scramble, Miguel, I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah.
Is he fumbled.
Correct.
Fumbled the only time he scrambled.
Right.
At what point is it okay to move on? And I don't think it's going to be this summer because I feel like people blame too much on other people. Go ahead.
Correct. That's why I said that it's going to be either this or maximum next. Next summer if it goes bad again. This summer is a good summer for you to think about it. Like we may need to have this conversation. Next summer, if it goes bad with a new coach,
right?
How many coaches have you been under and it hasn't been working? This is 3.
Yeah. At what point do you find your Mike Tomlinson, your who's the Seahawks coach?
Pete Carroll.
Yeah, Pete Carroll, Bill Belichick, John Harbaugh. At what point do you find what's Sean Payton?
Yeah.
At what point do you find that coach?
Wait, so partially you think it's the organization like picking bad coaches too? Because
no, I think Dan Quinn was the best coach to pick at that time. It just didn't turn out that way.
Listen, I still actually I want your feedback on this, and you guys too in the comment section below. Is he actually a good fit, but we just have a bad quarterback? And we also have bad decision making. Like, for example, Devontae Freeman, that trade, we should have taken that. That's bad decision making.
Detroit Lions. Yes.
Right. That's bad decision making. So I guess that makes you a bad coach if you don't make good decisions. But so I don't know. But do you think
big coach would have did?
What?
Big coach would have ran the ball 25 point lead in the Super Bowl.
That's true.
Big coach would have did.
So he doesn't learn from his mistakes.
He doesn't have good clock awareness. He's not good strategically. I just gave you an example of the first play of the game in the Saints game. I'll give you another one.
Right.
I went to the Baltimore Ravens game when they were here.
Yeah.
He goes for it on 4th down. I'm in the stand screaming, no, just punt the ball.
Yeah.
Go for it. We get stopped. And we lose from there.
Yeah.
Another bad decision. Vic Beasley, $12 million. Some more bad decision. And then
he's gone though.
Yeah, he's gone. And Devontae Freeman is egregious.
I don't think I have seen somebody fall off like this.
Yeah.
With no there's no reason.
Yeah, because he was supposed to be the defensive coordinator, right? As soon as he took his hands off defense, we had the 2 best games on defense. Right. Vic Beasley actually had sacks. Everybody went right back. Another one, you gave Vic Beasley all that money to be our best pass rusher, right?
Yeah.
Why is he in coverage? Like, these decision makings don't make sense. And I think all of us are it's just a breakup that just needs to happen. And you're saying to the end of the season, and I'm like, for what at this point?
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, you get a new coach. If it doesn't work again next year, you gotta like sit down and be like, what is going on? Like, Arthur Blank has to really go in.
He does, because Arthur Blank is paying a lot of money. Grady Jarrett got a new contract. Julio got a new contract.
Those 2 contracts, I'm okay with. Grady and
all those are great. But I'm saying that I'm paying a lot of money in these contracts to get this result. Matt Ryan, fairly new. I think got 3 years left. Trufant, that's a big deal.
That's so long.
That is long. That is long. And that's why, so I post on my Facebook, when are we going to have a serious discussion about us moving on from Matt Ryan? One person I'm just going to ignore, he said, because I said Matt Ryan was the best quarterback in our history. He says, no, he wasn't. Michael Vick was. I'm going to ignore that because that's a false statement.
Fan favorite and best are two different things.
There are two different things.
Yeah.
That he is statistically, if you look at the stats, by far the best quarterback in our history. But at what point is it okay to do this? Like, even if he goes on, let's say he gets, let's just throw a team, the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yeah.
They don't know what they're doing at quarterback. Well,
Minshew's about to get the start.
Yeah. Minshew's got to get the start. So, and remember, I told you Minshew should have never got benched. But let's just say Matt Ryan goes to the Jacksonville Jaguars. They win the Super Bowl. Like, we got to have it in our head to be like, well, he just wasn't right for us.
I have said this in a previous podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I have said this. I don't think Matt Ryan is bad.
Right.
I think Matt Ryan is not good for the Falcons anymore.
Right. It's right and right for you.
We need to split up. We'll be successful. He'll be successful.
My dad, I was watching the game, and I want to know your take. He asked me, if the Falcons trade Julio, would you be mad?
I want them to. If they don't make proper decision making to better the franchise, I want him gone so he can have a better future. It's like I care about him so much. I want him to be successful. He's way too good to be under this.
Actually, and I agree. I thought we were wasting his years. I thought this
was his prime.
Wasted year. And then if we look at the top teams, do the 49ers have a big-time receiver?
No.
Do Baltimore have a big-time receiver?
Well, he will be in the future.
Yeah, but he's okay. I mean, he's a big-time player, but he's not – like, he went games where he doesn't have a – I think he had one catch this week.
Right. Yeah.
So, does New England – I guess you can count Julian Edelman, but is he really – so what I'm saying is these teams that are, like, top, other than probably
Seattle and all –
Seattle doesn't have one unless you want to count Tyler Lockett, but Tyler Lockett's been up and down.
Mm-hmm.
Hill – for the Chiefs, if you want to count him, but he's still been up and down.
He's been hurt. He's been playing. Like
so what I'm saying is, big time receivers, you don't necessarily have, and Calvin Ridley could be our big time receiver. If I'm going to say
on the verge,
if I want to say anything, if I want to say anything positive about what happened in that game, I thought Russell Gage and Calvin Ridley played well. I thought the wide receiver core, even though without Julio, without Mohamed Sanu, played very well.
I agree.
If I'm going to just give any gold stars, it's going to be the wide receiver core. Yeah.
Yeah. I agree with that.
So you're okay if they was like, Julio, we're going to trade you, man. It's not working out, man. We want to put you where you can be successful.
After next season, yes. If it doesn't go well.
Yeah, and I want him to retire as a Falcon. I don't want him to play for another team, but it's like, we can't help you. We can't help you here. You made one of the greatest catches in the Super Bowl, and we can't. I mean, we can't help you. Yeah. So, I guess, where do we go from here?
It's honestly.
You don't know?
Honestly, it gets old talking about it, but you really have to reinvent the quarterback position.
Right.
Like, look at Deshaun. Look at Mahomes. Look at
you
Lamar Jackson. Look at even Russell. Even Dak. Like
Dak Prescott.
I'm not even talking about race.
Yeah, that's Josh Allen. Josh Allen for the Eagles.
Agreed. Look at all these quarterbacks that aren't afraid to run and got some like meat on them. Like they can take a hit. They're big. They can play.
Yeah.
The day and age of this type of quarterback with a mediocre line is dead. Because like Tom Brady has a good line.
Mm-hmm.
His receivers, which we'll talk about, suck right now.
Right.
But yeah, other than that.
Yeah, I believe like the Lamar Jacksons, the Deshaun Watsons of the world, Patrick Mahomes, they're almost to me like Steph Curry. Where Steph Curry like reinvented.
Oh, he did.
Ball.
Yeah.
They're gonna reinvent the quarterback position because
they already are.
You in basketball you have to have some threat of a 3-point shot.
Yes.
In quarterback you have to have some threat of the run. Like you don't have to be a Lamar Jackson.
Because the D line, they're getting faster.
Mm-hmm.
You have to.
Yeah, so you have to have some threat. You don't have to be like athletic, like super athletic, but you have to have some threat to run. Minshew is good at that. Like I said,
Aaron Rodgers runs.
Aaron Rodgers is good at that. You got to have like that standalone quarterback, and that's why I'm saying if we're gonna be so bad at drafting and signing offensive linemen, we need to be able to move. So my question: if you were the Falcons GM, who is the quarterback? What round do you look at quarterback?
As early as third.
Okay, I'm saying earlier than that.
No, I would say as late as third. But before then, we want Jalen.
Yes.
Yeah, but bro, they're not gonna choose a quarterback, man.
I told you they're gonna choose one from ITT Tech that you never heard of before. Jalen Hurts. It's a few reasons why I think Jalen Hurts is the pick. First of all, he's a mobile quarterback. He showed that he can throw. First of all, he's not a polished quarterback. So if you do have to sit him for a couple years, you can do it. You can do it. Yeah. I think anybody else, maybe Tua, because of the injury, you could sit him. But I don't see anything like Justin Herbert, Joe Burrow. You can't sit those guys.
Tua may fall right into our hands, though.
Yeah, he might. With that injury, he might fall into our hand. If you get him like second round, we have 2 picks in the second round. Let's say, what if you did like DeAndre Swift with your first pick in the second round and the last pick in like a Tua or a Jalen Hurts? If they fall too, Jalen probably won't fall that far, but what if Tua falls that far because of the injury? Then you can slowly bring them along.
Yeah,
as you still have the Matt Ryan. So
I think Tua's would be perfect because let's try one more year with Matt under a new coach.
Right.
Tua's going to be out all next season.
Right. Yeah, that's true. And then you probably get him. You can even put another year for him to hopefully develop as fully healthy.
Correct.
You don't want to. So I think Tua would be better. And Tua probably would be more realistic.
Probably the best.
Yeah. So when do you think you saying Dan Quinn should be fired at the end of the season? We both agree Dan Quinn should be fired.
The world agrees with that.
End of the season?
Yes.
Then
if we didn't already do it, then it has to be at the end.
I'm disagreeing with the world. I think it should be fired. I think after the Saints game, he should have been fired. I think.
Didn't I say he should have been fired at in the whatever game was that?
That's why I'm shocked you're saying it because I used to say no, he needs to go to the end of the season. You're saying, oh, he needs to be fired now. Now it's flipped on where I'm saying.
Let me go back a little bit. When we still had a chance, after we lost the Bucs game, then he should have been gone.
No, I said the only way you're going to do it is it has to be after the Cardinals game because we had lost 3 games that we should have won. And then we were going into the hard part of our schedule. So you can't really blame the losses when you're losing a good team.
But you still had a chance.
Yeah, you still had a percentage. Yes.
We beat the Saints. We were starting on a little roll. And other teams were losing, so everything was working out. But then we lose against Tampa.
Yep. Not only lose, rushed. And then he threw 2 interceptions in the first half.
Yeah. So it should have happened. I should have got the breaking news alert. Dan Quinn has been brutally fired.
Brutally fired?
I don't know what that means. But no, he's a nice guy. Yeah. He should have been fired.
But Chris Godwin looked like Jerry Rice out there.
Yeah.
So then let's talk about a coach who did get fired.
Yeah.
Ron Rivera got his pink slip on Tuesday.
I think that there's no way. There's no way that his should have come before Dan Quinn's.
I agree. I thought his circumstances were a lot like Cam Newton's not there.
He's hurt.
Yeah, you have a rookie quarterback who's gonna do rookie quarterback stuff. They were in the playoff hunt.
They were. They really were. So yeah, there's something going on there.
So you don't agree with the firing?
At least not this season.
Yeah. I disagree with one aspect of the firing, and I'm going to give you a reason why.
Yeah.
I don't know. Have you ever been fired before?
Yes, once.
Okay, I've been laid off, so if that counts as firing, some people.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was laid off. It was
It was
under that 3 month because in Georgia, if it lasts longer than 3 months, they don't have to. Well, if it's under 3 months, they don't have to give you a reason.
Yeah, mine was over 3 months. Mine was over. So they laid off my whole team.
Yeah.
They gave us a severance, so decent. But the issue I had, the most issue I had with being laid off was they laid us off on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
Why couldn't you lay me off on Monday? Give me why did I need to come in that day?
Yeah.
So that's if I'm Ron Rivera, I'm glad. I'm actually happy that the owner was already going to fire him. So let's all move on. If we know we're going to break up, let's just break. Right. So and I think you kind of respect that more because we're not stringing along.
Yeah.
And then I'm just just do it on Monday. Do it come in on Monday. Why did you have me come in on Tuesday where the players are coming back?
That's true too.
Just do it on a Monday.
That's true.
I think this shows that they're moving on from Cam Newton. I think.
Yes.
Do you agree they should move on from Cam Newton?
Yes.
I mean, you said that though. You said that.
I said he doesn't want to play football anymore.
Yeah, you did say that. I don't know if that aspect is true, but Kyle Allen, I don't know Kyle Allen's the answer. That's why I'm kind of.
My boy is the answer.
Your boy is not the answer.
Say his name. Say his name.
No. I'll let you say it.
Will Grier is the answer to your problems.
So you would start Will Grier right now?
Yes, I don't even know why he doesn't have the start. I need to research that. Can he not learn the playbook or something? I don't know.
But Kyle Allen is to me doing what rookies do. So it's just once they start losing all those games, I was like, there's no way they let Cam Newton walk because Kyle Allen doesn't look like he's the next franchise quarterback. But it looks like is the way they're going to do it is they're going to bring in a young, coach, and they're going to change the franchise. So Cam Newton is probably going to be let go. Is what it looks like.
That? I agree with that. I think everybody sees it.
Yeah, and then Cam Newton got surgery on his foot, which was kind of strange because I believe it was a report that he asked a doctor for opinion, and the doctor didn't want him to have surgery on his foot, but he ends up having surgery.
He also refused, just like he did last year with his shoulder, or the beginning of this year. I don't think he likes surgery. I think he depends on healing naturally.
Right.
Because for you to be already out so long and then now you're just getting surgery, you either don't want to play, and I'm not leaning on that, I'm saying, or you don't like surgery because you should have gotten it before. You're taking too long.
Yeah, I think that was weird.
You're postponing your healing.
Why did it take so long?
He's not going to be back because of his size and his height and his caliber of play, which is running.
All right.
Daryl, he's not going to be back till mid-season of next year.
So why would he do it? Because is he a free? He could be cut, right? He can be cut. Because their Panthers don't owe him guaranteed money, so it's not like he'll be on the hook. So they could just cut him and do a clean slate. So why would he do it? My only thing is he knows he's going to be cut, and he probably wants to be fully healthy for free agent.
Yes. He knows he's going to be cut. I was just going to say that. He knows it's all the good times you had, it's over.
It's over.
It's time to move on past North Carolina.
So, do you think he gets another shot?
Yes. Because, again, just like how Kaepernick deserves a shot, he hasn't done any – well, Kaepernick never did anything wrong.
Never.
But he's still in the league. I'm talking about Cam.
Right.
He will get another shot.
Yeah, I think
let's see where. Now, if you were talking about how bad these teams are right now, you could see Cam in – well, it's not going to be Miami.
Actually would have did Miami. It depends on the quarterback they draft.
They're gonna draft.
Yeah, I know they draft, but let's say they draft Tua. Let's just say it. And Tua's not ready. They might do a Cam like for a rental, basically.
Okay. I could see that. So it may be Cam there because definitely what's his name? The number 1 pick's going to the Bengals.
Yeah.
And they're moving on.
Yeah, Joe Burrow is definitely
he's gonna be a Bengal.
He's gonna be the pick. He's from Ohio, so he's definitely gonna be the pick.
He's gonna be a Bengal. So
be a Bengal.
It's almost like Cam Newton's in this draft class. Think about it.
Yeah, I think he's just a rental. I think he's almost like Derrick Rose, where Derrick Rose might have flashes of being the old Derrick Rose, but
I can see that.
He never will be the Derrick Rose.
It's weird how sometimes one injury can really hinder your success. Like we all remember how great RG3 was, and then the one leg injury, even though he got hurt like that in college, early on or high school, something like that. But then it happened, the leg whipped, and he never was back to that again.
Yeah, it's just I guess you can't adapt to,
or mentally that hurt you,
because Cam should have never been out there when his arm in the last year with his shoulder. He was out there way longer than he should have been.
Agreed.
And
and we talked about it. You mentioned that they should have shut him down 2 weeks prior.
They should have been shut him down. I don't understand, but I could see Miami. I think Miami is actually a really good one. I think LA, I keep calling them San Diego, but LA, depending on what they do with Phillip Rivers,
they have to eventually.
They have to move on. But I'm thinking he's just going to be a stopgap guy. He's going to be there for a year and do something else. He's going to go somewhere else. Maybe Denver, if they.
Oh, that'd be good.
Yeah, Denver actually might be.
That'd be the best fit.
Best fit for him if he's healthy.
I think a healthy Cam is still young and he could still play as Cam. I do.
Yeah.
But he keeps coming back too early and he keeps waiting too long with his surgeries.
And he needs to learn to stop taking the big hits. Like learn from Russell Wilson to get out of bounds, slide. Right. He has to stop taking those hits.
But Russell's blessing came from a baseball background.
How so?
He knows how to slide and
that's true. That is true.
He knows when to slide because of good coaching from his youth, and then he knows how to slide. Right. So he kind of blended that. Other people who didn't play baseball aren't going to take that.
I didn't think about that. That's actually a good point.
So I personally think if you're going to raise a start quarterback, they should play both sports because it's kind of proven in a weird way. It helps.
Right.
Baseball and football. I know they're two different worlds, but it seems to help.
Right. So let's talk about a quarterback who I guess is doing really well. Did you watch the Ravens game?
Yes.
Ravens against
by far the MVP.
Ravens against San Francisco was both teams. Well, Ravens at the time was number 2 in the AFC. Now they're number 1.
Yes.
49ers at the time were number 1. Now I think they're number 5.
Yes.
Because Seattle won their game.
Do you see how deep the NFC is right now?
Yeah, it's crazy. NFC is crazy, except for the NFC East. But other than that, it's crazy.
How do you have 2 losses and you went from 1
to 5? To 5. And
yes.
So what did you get from the Ravens game?
That the 49ers, even though they lost, have an incredible defense.
That's true.
Scary good. And they have a legit run game with their boy.
Yeah. Well, Tevin Coleman didn't do much.
But I'm just saying.
That running back core, those 3 are really good. They're not a great throwing team, but still, not Goodwin. It was Samuels.
Yes.
Debo Samuels had a great game with the 49ers. Yeah. One thing I've learned about that game, first of all, I think Lamar Jackson, and I do this a lot. I do this a lot, but the MVP is over with.
I said that. I mean, even though Russell, anytime Lamar does something, Russell comes right back and keeps.
Russell had a great game.
He keeps it close.
He keeps it, but I just think he's too. And Deshaun Watson had a great game.
I agree.
against New England. So those two are the only other two. But I think by far, Lamar Jackson is the number one MVP.
No, he is.
I think your team is showing the only blueprint to beat the Baltimore, and your team being the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yep.
You need to have a high-powered throwing offense that can front runner against them.
Correct.
Because one thing I saw with Lamar Jackson, I is my critique of him. I don't think he can throw the ball when he has to. So
no.
Throw it.
But there are certain players who are like that.
Right.
Seriously. There's some that can't be in the pocket, look around, and then sling it.
Yeah.
They have to be running. It's kind of like that high school or backyard pickup game type of ball where that adrenaline's running and it's like, oh, did he really make that play?
Right.
Like, that's his style of play.
Yeah, and I worry about it like down by 4, 3rd and 8.
And interceptions can arise from that.
Yep. And I wonder if he can pick that up. And I saw a lot of – I don't think their offense even built like that because their number one receivers are tight ends. Their best wide receiver is a small, speedy wide receiver. So it's not like you got the big Anquan Bolden type.
Daryl, I think they are literally winging this season. It's just working out.
Yeah, I agree. The defense is number one in turnovers. I think number one in points, defense, scoring defense.
Right.
So a lot of things are
offensively. There's no plan.
Yeah, but they're number one in rushing by a lot. San Francisco was number 2 in rushing, but Baltimore is number one. I think by almost over 100 yards. Because I think they're averaging like 240 a game.
Yeah,
rushing. So Baltimore is a great running team, and that's why I thought San Francisco didn't have a shot because you can't out Baltimore.
No,
you're not going to beat 2 running teams. You're not going to beat them.
Right.
But you need a team like Kansas City.
Yep.
Who can throw it?
Yep.
Oh, look, that's a team. And that's what I'm worried about most about the Ravens. But I think Baltimore, I think Lamar Jackson's the MVP. Everybody's super excited. You know, my in-laws are all Baltimore. I say it all the time. They're Baltimore Ravens fans. They love it. They love him.
So the easy transition for you.
No, yeah, it was an easy transition. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to say this. I've said this in private. I'm going to say it in public. If Baltimore wins the Super Bowl, I'm going to the parade and I'm wearing a Ravens hoodie like I've always been here.
Right. I always asked you, at what point do you give the hoodie up and put a Falcons red and black back on?
Probably just right after the parade.
Okay.
like it's not
that was nice.
Yeah, like soon as I leave the state, like cross the line, I'll just take it off. But
that's what it's like to be a winner.
Yeah, because you don't know, I said it. I don't know when this will ever happen to me.
Yeah.
If we win the Super Bowl, I'm going.
Yeah.
I'm going to parade and I'm going to act like I've been there.
My brother lived through it with Seattle winning the Super Bowl. He was in Seattle living there. And yeah.
Did he wear a Seattle hoodie?
No. Well, he had a hoodie on because, it was wintertime up there. But no, he was taking pictures with cops and like everybody was partying. I'm
wearing a Seattle hoodie. If I would do it, I don't like. Listen, man, and I know this is gonna be blasphemy, but to me, this is the Falcons' fault. If I lived in New Orleans and they won the Super Bowl, I'll be in the parade with a New Orleans hoodie, acting like I've always been there, because I don't know how this is going to feel.
I can agree with that. I'm okay with that.
Now, am I gonna post the pictures? Probably
no.
Right.
But watch you be in the newspaper or you see the segment that's on the news.
It's gonna say like diehard Saints fan. This is like
oh man, I can see that.
So let's talk about some games that are coming up this week, and let me ask you: they're the 4 biggest games that we picked out.
It is a very big weekend for football across college and pro.
Yes. So this time we're just going to do NFL. I'm going to ask you what you think is going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
First one, we're just going to get it out the way, Falcons and Panthers. How do you think it's going to go? Ron Rivera's fired. Dan Quinn's on the verge of being fired. What happened?
But usually that lifts up teams sometimes for the interim coach to coach.
Mm-hmm.
I think they should fire Quinn and just have an interim coach battle.
I think Raheem Morris.
Yes, I agree.
Coach.
I think we'll win.
You think they'll win? I agree. I think we'll win as well. Kyle Allen they're on a 4-game losing streak. Kyle Allen has not played well. The defense has not played well because I started Carolina in my fantasy football league, and Washington just destroyed them. So yes, I think Atlanta will win.
Mm-hmm.
Will I be excited about this win? No.
No, I don't care. I don't care about for the rest of the season.
Yeah, I don't either. Do you think we should lose? Like, would you rather us lose to get a high draft pick or
yes? You don't even have to say yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm indifferent. Depending if Chase Young is there. If Chase Young is there, then yes. If he's not there, I don't really care at that point. I think he's going to be. I think he's the best player in the draft, and he's a position that we need desperately.
Okay, so he's gonna go high.
Yeah.
So you want to be bad, so you get him.
Yeah. So I'm saying like let's say he drops to 5 because we've seen people drop or whatever. If you go 3, because I think number 1 is going to be Joe Burrow. 2 could be Tua, depending Dolphins. It could be Thomas from Georgia, offensive tackle. It could Judy could jump up there. It could go Justin Herbert. People might like him to go up. So I'm thinking if somehow Chase Young is there, let's say at 5, for whatever, then I'm thinking, okay, us losing all these games were worth it. But if he goes in the top 3 and we had no chance to get him, then I'm like, just be as competitive you want because he's the best player in the draft. He's what we need, and we're not going to get him.
Just finish the season either way. However you want to finish it. All right, just finish.
All right. So the next game, we have Ravens and Bills.
Yeah, actually, where is it going to be?
Let me look for it.
Okay.
Look, I just had it up to. It's going to be Buffalo.
That's going to be cold.
It's going to be cold.
I have the Bills.
Just
because of the elements. Actually, no, because they just won in a sleet, rainy type of storm. I'm talking about Baltimore.
Yep, Baltimore. Yep, because it was pouring in Baltimore.
Yeah, and you could see their breath and all that, so it was really cold.
Let me look at
It actually just might be a really good game.
I think it's going to be a really, really good game.
Yeah.
Do you want my opinion?
Yeah.
I think Baltimore will win, and the reason I say this is because Buffalo to me is built the same as 49ers. They're a running team, and you can't out.
But it almost worked.
Yeah, it did almost work, but I feel like you can't out Baltimore. I just feel like you can't. And then Buffalo offensively is worse than the 49ers. 49ers so it almost worked with 49ers because they're that good.
Yeah.
But I don't see it. I don't see Buffalo offense being able to stand with them, even though I don't think it would be like this high scoring game. I can see maybe like 14-20 type stuff like that. Yeah. But I think you can't out Baltimore, and I think Baltimore will beat them.
Okay, I can see that, but I feel like it'll be very competitive, where it could go either way.
Yeah, and what I love is Baltimore's going to get a taste of their own medicine because Josh Allen can run.
Correct.
So I'm excited to see that game.
But that's a good thing too, because of practice and scrimmages.
Yep.
Your defense plays against Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, and that's what I would say about teams playing Lamar is you've never seen a player like Lamar. No. You've never seen one like, and it's hard to game plan. At least Buffalo has a guy who's kind of similar, so maybe they can game plan a little bit more.
Yeah.
Next game, your team, Chiefs against the Patriots.
Definitely should be prime time.
And it's the 4:25 game.
Yeah, that's so odd. I just hope Mahomes can just do it.
And it's at New England.
But I hope he can just do it. Mm-hmm. Like, get over this hump early in your career.
Right.
Just do it.
All right.
Do it.
Yeah. So you got the Chiefs winning.
Tom Brady does not lose back-to-backs.
Okay.
But I have the Chiefs because at a certain point, times have to change.
Right. And that's
yes.
That's your team, remember?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you have the Chiefs?
Chiefs.
All right. I completely 100% agree with you. I think Chiefs will beat them. The Patriots cannot run the football.
No.
Their defense was fool's gold.
Yes.
The weak schedule. They cannot.
Yes.
They can't.
You remember they were the best defense.
They were the best. They were going in a historic pace until they ran up against Baltimore. You saw what they did against.
Oh, my bad. I guess we ain't that good.
Yeah, Houston. You saw what Houston.
Yeah.
Deshaun Watson put up 3 throwing touchdowns and 1 receiving touchdown.
Yeah.
4 touchdowns. Pat Mahomes, I think, will do the same thing. I think Tom Brady, all he has is Julian Edelman.
Yes.
Nobody else.
Had 19 incompletions.
Yeah.
NFL worse.
And I'm shocked that N'Keal Harry, their wide receiver. I know he just played, so maybe give him some time. I just thought he would be this big time. Mohamed Sanu has been hurt. Philip Dorsett has been hurt. Sony Michel, oh my God, where has he been?
Correct. Can I just go out on a limb here?
Uh-huh.
Antonio Brown has to come back.
And you know, it's funny. Ryan Clark said that. Yes. That's funny.
You have nothing to lose because he's technically was just on your team.
Right.
So it's an easy transition to bring him back.
I'm not as
you have nothing to lose.
Yeah, you have nothing to lose. I don't think they'll sign him this year because they'll probably put him on a suspended list. I
heard there was discussions.
Yeah, there probably are, but I think they won't have him play this year. But I think definitely next year. I still thought the Jets.
You don't even need him next year because you can worry about free agents, draft, all that. Yeah. No, you need him now.
Yeah, I just think that the commissioner won't allow him to play. I think the Patriots will try to sign him, but the commissioner won't allow that to happen.
How so?
Because there were already talks about him putting on the PUP list. Because he has cases. You know, he has the domestic violence. He has the threatening the lady. Remember with the furniture thrown off the building, also the sexual assault. So he has cases that need to be resolved. So they're like,
but a lot of players have cases, but can still play under their cases while they're still open.
Are they doing big as Antonio Brown? Are they calling their GM cracker? Are they to be released? Like, are they doing what Antonio Brown is doing?
I mean, crime-wise, there are people who've done worse.
Yeah, but I'm saying Antonio Brown has put a spotlight also. If he would have did all that and just kind of shut up, then I would agree with you. But because he's doing all the talk. And remember, he called out Robert Kraft on his little sexual scandal as well. So
True.
I think they will try to punish him. So the next last game we're going to predict just for NFL, Saints versus 49ers.
Right.
Who do you have in this one?
Saints always surprise you.
Right.
It's just going to be competitive. But I have the 49ers. Yeah.
We are on the same page.
Yeah.
49ers as well.
I just think they're literally legit.
Yeah, I think they're better defensively. The New Orleans this year has not been that deep throwing the ball, big play team. Alvin Kamara has not played consistently. Michael Thomas has really been the only offensive weapon. Jared Cook has been good too.
Right.
Murray has been okay when Alvin Kamara didn't play.
Mm-hmm.
So I just think they're not better defensively, and I think they'll have a hard time offensively with that team, with that running team. So I think 49ers beat them.
Yep. I agree.
Cool. Well, let's move on to college.
Yes, sir.
College football rankings came out, was it yesterday?
Tuesdays, yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So the ranking, the top 4 did not change. Surprise. Ohio State's number 1, LSU is 2, 3 is Clemson, and 4 is Georgia. The surprise is 5 is Utah.
Yep.
6, which this one wasn't. I think the only surprising was Utah because 6. Oklahoma being 6 isn't surprising.
No.
Baylor 7. That's all that really matters. Nobody else has a shot.
Was it Oregon or Baylor? It's Oregon. That's 7.
7? I got Oregon at 13 because they're 10-2. Baylor's
okay. So Baylor's okay. Well, they're both green.
You got it. How do you think who is in the 14 playoff? First of all, are you shocked at anybody being ranked here and
No.
what they are? And
No, it's leading up to what I like is Saturday. Well, Friday and Saturday.
right.
So you have all these good games. There should be some upsets.
So who do you have anybody on upset alert? Who do you think will be upset?
I actually feel the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Georgia.
Georgia is going to actually beat LSU.
Okay. And we're going to talk about the point spread, so I want to save that a little bit later.
And I'm excited for that because they need to go down right here in Atlanta.
I'm very shocked you said that.
Yes, I don't like them at all. I don't like New Orleans. I'm sorry. I don't like Saints, the Saints or LSU guys.
Right.
Yeah.
So the only thing I was shocked at, but as a pleasant shock, I was shocked that Alabama was 12 and I think Auburn is 11. Yeah. I just didn't think they would do it. I didn't think Auburn should have been ranked higher. And we could talk about that game real quick, Auburn, Alabama.
Yep.
Where Nick Saban, man, I've said this before. I think he is the biggest champion crybaby.
Correct.
Where every time he loses is always excuse why he lost.
Yeah.
It's always an excuse. So, what did you think about the game real quick?
It was fun. It was competitive. It would be different if Tua was playing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still confused why they're not playing Tua's little brother.
Yeah, true.
Because you're now allowed to play up to 4 games and still redshirt.
Still have the red shirt. Yep.
So I don't understand.
Yeah.
I possibly think that they're trying to cage the secret weapon so nobody gets any type of film on him for next year.
Okay.
Seriously, I think that. Which is smart.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Because Matt Jones is not playing bad.
No, he's not. So let's finish the season. Our secret weapon will open up the door for next season. You guys don't have a bit of film on him.
No, that's fine.
I think Alabama's offense really didn't know how to compete with their defense.
Right.
And Alabama has the most missed kicks in college football since 2007.
And geez, how many times Alabama got to lose to Auburn on a kick?
On a kick, yes.
When I saw that,
the most since 2007, the most missed kicks.
And I think every time Alabama loses, they start off really slow and they can't catch up.
No.
Now Clemson, they did the same thing with Clemson, and they never got started with Clemson. But LSU started slow, tried to catch up almost, and even Auburn started slow and tried to catch up and just can't do it. And then the kicks is just like, the kicks is just like wow.
There was that 1 year or 2 year, they had 2 kickers. Yeah. One was for the shorter yard kicks and one was for the longer. They need to really recruit somebody, like spend that recruiting on a kicker.
And you know the kicker was getting death threats. I can't think of his name, but he was getting death threats.
I knew he was.
Yeah,
I'm sorry to hear that, but
like the second time we got to talk about somebody receiving death threats after that.
In one podcast season,
yeah. So let's get into the championship games. So let's talk about them. Let me pull them up 1 second.
Absolutely.
Okay. The first one, since you talked about it, LSU and Georgia. The spread is Georgia +7. You have Georgia winning.
Yes.
Why?
I just feel like they're actually going to get into their groove right now, which is so strange.
Right.
They have the capability. They have the ability to win, to compete. And I think we're finally going to see it. I do. I really think LSU is not as good as you guys talk of them to be.
You don't think so?
No. I think you mentioned a lot of times where teams win championships, a lot of good has to happen. A lot of luck has to happen.
A lot of luck has to happen.
well, this is happening for LSU
Right.
until luck runs out.
Mm-hmm.
I hope you guys could be luck runs out and in their luck, but I still think they're going to be. They still have a rude awakening for the rest of the playoffs, the rest of the season. It's going to be hard.
No, I mean, it's surprising. You're the Florida fan and you're going with Georgia. I am the Georgia fan and I'm going with LSU. And this is my thing. And I don't think it's anything. I think Georgia has one of the best defenses in college football.
You can say top 3.
Yeah, they have one of the best running games in college football. But what they don't have is a dynamic offense of throwing. I'm not a Jake Fromm fan. I've said this a lot. Jake Fromm is quinoa. I've said that all the time. And to me, it's either two things are happening. Either you're telling me the coaches are not good at their job and they're just stunting Jake Fromm's growth, or Jake Fromm is not as good as we think he is. Like, not throwing, like when I told you, Jake Fromm is the type, to me, when I watch him, when he throws one touchdown, he throws one touchdown in the first quarter and he's like, all right, I'm done for the day.
He's usually a 2-touchdown guy.
Yeah, but he had 4 against Georgia Tech, and I'm like, what is Georgia Tech? So it's like the only time they blew out was Georgia Tech.
Right.
And I just can't imagine them, like, to me, they have to play flawless to beat, because despite what you say about LSU's defense isn't funny. The first time LSU has a quarterback, they really have no defense, and that's kind of funny. But I still don't think Georgia has to defense has to be perfect, because I don't think Jake Fromm is going to put him in position to score a bunch of points.
Right.
And that's my issue. Their number one receiver got into a fight with Georgia Tech for some whatever.
Which was very childish and immature.
Yeah, it was stupid. Swift got hurt, but I think he'll be okay for the game. I just don't think Jake Fromm's good enough. And maybe that's me being pessimistic. I just don't think he's good enough.
Right.
Burrow is the number one pick. And I got LSU. So the point spread is, I said it was 7 points.
Mm-hmm.
You think Georgia covers the point spread because you have Georgia winning. I have LSU. I do not think they'll cover the point spread. I think it will be a close game.
Yeah.
And I can see LSU winning by like 4-3. So I do not think they beat Georgia by more than a touchdown. So the next game is Virginia and Clemson. The point spread is Clemson minus 28.5, which means Clemson has to beat Virginia by 29 points.
Yeah.
Do you think Clemson covers the spread? We won't have to debate if they'll win or not. Do they cover the spread?
I want it to be competitive, but I think they will. So 29?
Yeah. They have to beat them by 29.
I think they probably won't, but it'll be close.
Yeah,
I'm like 21.
Yeah, I'm always afraid of these high point spreads because
that's kind of high for like a championship
game. I'm with you. I think 21 is
what I'm saying.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
29. That's just a lot of points to beat somebody by. Poor Virginia if that happens, but I'm with you. I think Clemson wins, but I wouldn't put them on the point spread.
But I just hope that Virginia is competitive and they surprise us.
I think surprise.
I'm just saying I hope. That's it. That's all.
If they lose by 14 points, to me, that would be surprising.
Because you guys never thought that Kansas State was going to beat Oklahoma. So, like, surprises happen. Okay. South Carolina beating Georgia. Like, you just don't know.
Yeah. So, the next one is Oklahoma and Baylor.
That's going to be tough.
Yep. Baylor is plus 8.5.
That's still too high.
Yeah, that's high. So that means Oklahoma will have to beat them by 9 points. They have Oklahoma winning.
Whoever's going to win by 3.
Yeah, I think it's Oklahoma. Actually, I think Oklahoma is the 4th team to be in the. So if LSU beats Georgia, it will be LSU 1, Ohio State 2, Clemson 3, Oklahoma 4. I think is going to happen.
That's what I want. And CeeDee Lamb has to have a big game.
Yeah.
He has to.
Yep, and let's Jalen Hurts please put on for the Falcons so you can.
So he should do good or he should do bad?
No, he should do good just
Oh.
for fun purposes.
Yeah. Okay.
The last one is the Big Ten championship. Ohio State and Wisconsin. Wisconsin is
A good game.
16.5. So they don't really say it's going to be. I guess is that a college good point? Lose by 17.
No, I actually think it's going to be way closer than that.
I do too. I think Ohio State is the best team in college football. I think J.K. Dobbins is one of the best running backs. Justin Fields is one of the best quarterbacks.
Ohio State will win by 14.
Cool. I could do that.
Yeah.
Because Wisconsin is really good. Let's not act like Wisconsin is not good.
Right.
So yeah.
They made small mistakes along the road that cost them from being in the top 10, top 5, maybe.
Cool.
Oops.
So what is your 4 for the college football playoffs?
4 teams. Well, obviously, the only way it stays the same is if Georgia wins.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And then, yeah, and I think,
and you have Georgia winning.
I have so it's either one or the other. It's either it stays the same but different positions, or honestly, Utah might actually get in there, which is scary.
Yeah, I guess
it's a small school doing that is massive. Like, how many times did we want a Boise State back in the BCS to actually get a chance?
You got to get a chance.
I want the little guy to get a chance.
The
Just
only way
to compete.
If Oklahoma, first of all, LSU would have to beat Georgia. Oklahoma would beat Baylor. Utah would beat Oregon. And you have to decide that Utah beating Oregon is better
than Oklahoma beating
Baylor.
Yeah.
And I don't think you could do that because Oregon is a 2-loss team when Baylor's a 1-loss team.
It would have to be a blowout. Your blowout has to be better than their victory.
Yeah. So, yeah. And that's the only way. That's why I think Oklahoma would jump them, because I think their win would mean more than Utah's win against Oregon.
I agree, but that would be really dirty at the end of the day still, because the little guy still gets screwed over.
Yeah, they get screwed over a lot.
That's true. That's true.
So, So let's talk about getting screwed over. Let's move sports.
Yep.
Did you see the James Harden dunk?
I saw the James Harden dunk.
What do you think of the dunk that never was?
Yes, it clearly went in.
Yes,
but it goes down, gets caught in the net, and loops back.
Yeah.
But they said the ruling is it has to finish the net.
But it did finish the net. It did.
But it goes in.
Yeah, it's not like it went in, didn't clear the net, and hopped back out. It did clear the net because it went through. It just kind of went in
the other way.
So it did clear the net.
But they're saying that it was still in it and it went back out. But
I'm saying it didn't go out the top. It went up to the bottom.
To me, that's idiotic because you saw how deep the ball went into the net. We clearly see that's in, because so if you try and dunk and I swat the ball from under the net and that goes out, that's a goaltend.
That's true. I didn't even think about that. That's true.
So what if nobody touches it? It's not a basket?
Yeah, I think I saw it. I woke up to it and I saw the replay to it. And when you first see it, like in regular speed, it looks so funky. It looks weird. And then when you slow motion see it, he dunks the ball, like you said. It gets looks like it gets caught in the net and goes down, but comes out on the rim, like on the top of the rim. But the problem is, it did clear the net.
It did. In the replay, you see it clearing the net. So they're filing to possibly play those amount of seconds over.
Right.
And then when I heard that and sat down and watched ESPN, I said, what in the world?
Yeah.
You can play 30 seconds over?
No.
In a future date.
They're trying to play the whole after that happened over.
Which I was like, has that ever happened? Yes. The last time it happened was 98, I think it was.
Do you think they should play that a game over?
Not the whole game. They're not going to play the whole game. They're just going to play that amount of time left.
Yeah, that amount of time. Do you think they should?
Yes, because I don't like. I think that's an odd rule because I actually never heard of it till today.
Right.
That people have played 30 seconds over in the future.
Right.
Yes, because he made that.
Right. I do not think they should play that over
because it's so early in the season and you have so much time to.
When he made that dunk, that was not called a dunk. It was 7 minutes left in the quarter. They were up by 13 points.
Oh, never mind.
That would put them up by 15 points.
Never mind. Okay, you're right.
The Spurs come back and beat them in double overtime. What did you even with those 2 points? What do you get losing that game anyway?
You're right for 1, 2. At least change the box score. At least change.
Yeah, if you want to add the 2, but what they're saying is what Houston Rockets saying. If you change the box score, that means at the end of regulation, Rockets were up by 2. So then you can't.
That makes sense then.
So you shouldn't. To me, what happened. It's a freak thing. Will probably never happen again. And the refs just need to be better because the refs blew a god-awful play. But the Rockets blew a god-awful game because they were up by 13 points with 7 minutes to go. Like, at what point? Like,
comebacks happen.
Yes.
But at the end of regulation, I could have been up by 2.
Yeah.
That they have a reason.
No, they have a reason, but you still blew a. So what happened to the other 13 points you gave up for them to come back?
That's true.
To lose that.
That's true. But you can't knock what was or what could have been.
Yeah, I just think that. So how many times can you go back? And so what if I call a 3-point, but we found out the foot was on the line? Can we go back the next day and do that? Are we like, when is this precedent gonna? I just think it happened. It was a mistake. Let's move on. It's 82 games in the schedule. Rockets had no reason to blow a 13-point lead.
Okay with that, but at the same time, they have a reason. And
no, they have a reason to be great, but also they have to be also mad that my defense can hold a 13-point lead against the Spurs, who are not that great.
I still would like to see a 7-minute game.
Did they can play a 7-minute game by themselves for fun and see if it would have happened?
Well, I'm confused about because I don't remember that whatever game that last one was in '98 that this last happened. They played 30 seconds over. Are they the next time they meet? Are they gonna like in the 7 minutes?
See, and then so what do you do? What if somebody's hurt from that? That wasn't.
Or I wonder if somebody fouls out from that first game. Harden fouls out. And the regulation ends for that new game. So he's a lot of play for the 7-minute span because he didn't foul out, but all the same stats would be the same. So if he had 3 fouls in that last game, he would have 3 fouls in the 7-minute game.
Yeah.
And he would have 50 points.
Yeah. What if somebody get traded? What if
No, that did happen. Who got traded that they said? I forget. Oh, that did happen.
Oh, did they get to come back for this?
No, they didn't get to come back, but that would be funny. Hey, I need a game, but I need you to fly right over at the end of your game to play these 30 seconds.
Yeah, these 30 over again.
Yeah.
To me, it would have been different if it was the end of regulation. Let's say that was the shot to win the game.
Correct.
And to me, that was okay. That's different because that was at the end of the game, and that could have really Man, it was 7 minutes left in the game, man.
Right.
Like, yeah, it was a mistake. That's almost like, so can the Saints play there? They're over again, that pass interference?
That's true.
Like,
all I'm saying is I would like to see 7 minutes played. That would be hilarious.
I would love it. Like, you should do it in, like, on their off day. And, people, like, it should be an empty arena, and it should be like that. Like,
cameras.
Yeah, that's what I want to see. Like, don't have it.
In their practice uniforms.
Yeah. I want to have it. I want to have like James Harden sweats, and he's just like
right.
Like, let's just get to 7 minutes over with. No,
I got 50 already in this game. Come on.
Let's go. And then it's like people are rested now, so James Harden is tired after scoring 50. Now he's fully rested, so he could drop another 50. It's just like so. It's just
funny though. Like he had 60 points in 3 quarters
against us.
Yeah.
against us, and Mike D'Antoni pulled him when he could have made his career a new career high, and he pulled.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, they're against our Hawks. If you have a point to get more than 60 points, that's our fault for not defending you. So I'm okay with him. If they would have did it, I was okay with that.
Yep.
So move on. The next basketball news is our guy, Carmelo Anthony, got Player of the Week.
He did, and I'm very, very, very proud of him because he came out and said he was on the verge of retiring before he got the call from the Trailblazers.
Right.
He is playing surprisingly well, like I knew he could and he would, and he's on the best fit team for him.
Yeah, I think after Golden State had all those injuries, Blazers actually was a really good fit. I'm actually more shocked than you are. I thought he would be okay. I thought he would be a really good role player. I didn't think he would do this. I didn't think he had one game with 28 points, one game with 20.
I never saw. I don't know what you saw or anybody saw that he couldn't play anymore.
No, not that he couldn't play. I just thought, you know how some people it seems like their role just got reduced. I thought he wouldn't have the opportunities that he was getting because the role would just be reduced. I thought he would come off the
technically didn't until the Trailblazers called.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was playing. The report was he was playing people at like LA Fitness.
Yeah.
Like on their lunch break. People on their lunch break playing. I wish I would have known. I would have played I just didn't think he had it in him to be this still dominant. That's what I was shocked. I just thought he would average like maybe 15 points at the most.
Yeah.
And I'm just kind of shocked that he's averaging that. And I'm happy for him. Very happy.
Stayed ready.
Stay ready, man. If you stay ready, you never have to get ready.
Yep. So true.
All right. So let's do you ready for the pop topics?
I'm ready.
All right. You want to go first or I want to go? Or me? What you want?
I'm trying to see what I really have.
You want me to start?
All right. Yeah, go for it.
All right. My biggest one, I thought this was funny. I really wanted to hear your take on this.
Mm-hmm.
Your boy, Felipe Franks, said he is not coming back to Florida.
He said, yes, that's a good one. He said, I'm either going to go pro or transfer.
Right.
I said, sir, you better transfer.
Right.
You are not pro worthy.
So are you feeling bad that Felipe Franks will not play for you in Florida anymore?
I'm hyped because Kyle Trask said he is coming back. Mm-hmm. That is great news.
Right. So y'all are good.
Play.
Y'all are good without him.
Yes. Oh, we're great.
You know, when I heard the news, you know what I said? Kanye shrug. Do whatever you want. Go to the pros, transfer. Do whatever you want.
I don't want him to try and go pro.
Right.
Don't be hurt. Don't be embarrassed.
I guess he just, I don't know. When I heard it, I was just like, I don't even know why he introduced, like, I don't even think Florida fans really care. I don't understand why that was all right. Do you have a topic?
So a little bit of the Atlanta Braves. Do you feel that they're making the right decisions? Like, we're signing all these pitchers, and there's short contracts, like 1 year, 2 year stints.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 1 year. Cole Hamels, we just signed for 1 year, $18 million.
$18 million, which is crazy.
We just signed Will Smith. We talked about it a couple weeks ago. That's a closer.
Correct.
Bummer is the one they're trying to get to.
So my question: are you proud of them?
I'm shocked. For what?
Shocked.
If
you never see breaking news and it's good for us?
When I saw Cole, I was like, Cole Hamels? Like, Cole Hamels was on a really good pace before he got hurt by the Cubs. If the Nationals taught you anything, it's about pitching. Mm-hmm. We were not great pitching, especially a bullpen.
Second worst in the MLB.
But we were a very good hitting team. And what happened?
Made up for all the
When what happened in the playoffs, the bats cooled off, and we couldn't get anybody out.
10-0 in the first inning with no outs.
Yep.
Yeah, your pitching staff's not good.
Yeah, I think Cole Hamels on a 1 year, $18 million. I thought Dallas Keuchel was okay, but Cole Hamels.
Listen, I think if we can keep going, yes. But if you can have what we've gained and keep the good of the pitching that we had, we're already light years better than what we were.
Yeah, I think our pitching wise, we're already better.
Yes.
I think Will Smith made us better.
Yes.
But this one also made us, if we get Bumgarner, my only question is what we're going to do at third base. It doesn't look like we're going to bring Donaldson back, but Austin Riley, the guy.
Yeah.
Austin Riley is really good when he's good and really bad when he's bad. So that's my only concern about it. Yeah. I love what the Braves are doing. I'm excited.
I think we are on a serious verge of a World Series.
Yeah, actually, too, when I saw that, I'm almost like afraid to love again.
Yeah, I was
afraid to open my heart up, but
my heart was like this, and it was like closing up.
Yeah, but it was like I want to be excited, but I'm like, Daryl, be cautious. They hurt you before, but I think their moves are really great. They're World Series pending moves, so I'm excited.
Yep.
Speaking of moves that probably shouldn't be made. My next topic is the Bengals starter Andy Dalton got their first win. Should Bengal fans be upset? Like, you're hurting our chances for Joe Burrow.
No, because other teams have 3 and 4 wins.
Right.
And then they have 1.
Right.
So, no, it's good to win one.
Yeah, I'm glad they won one, but if I'm a Bengals fan, I'm like, just stop there.
Yeah, that's good.
Like, be competitive, but just stop there. One of my good friends is a Jets fan, and he clowned me at the Falcons game, but, I'm not thinking about his job.
You're right.
You have a topic?
My last one is, how do you feel? Well, do you think the Patriots will win one this year, or do they have a chance?
I think they always have a chance because they're the Patriots, but no. I think Houston's better, Baltimore's better, Kansas City's better.
Playoff Tom Brady is
different.
Yeah.
I just think they can't run the ball. Their defense is not as great as advertised. And no, I just think that, like I said, Kansas City, Baltimore, and Houston are already better than them. And then if you beat them, New Orleans, San Francisco, whoever comes out.
Bay, all these teams
are better. Minnesota could do it.
They're all better than you.
All better unless Dallas miraculously kind of comes out. But other than that, they're all better. So, no, I don't see New England doing it.
Yeah.
All right. And my last topic.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see your boy Luka Doncic is killing the NBA?
He really is.
Fans be mad over our trade?
They brought that up again yesterday, and I was like, I'm kind of mad. Yeah, a little bit.
I thought
a little bit.
What if he was here? And I thought about that because he wasn't great last year. But then we can't have revisionist history.
He wasn't bad at all last year.
But Trae Young is averaging 28 points himself, so it's not like we got the short end of the stick.
Right, but he's a bigger body, and it seems like forward or tall shooting guards can kind of like take over more than a point guard.
No, so. I agree, and I think once Cam Reddish get his feet under him, he was playing really well, then he got hurt, and now he's trying to come back from that. I think once he becomes consistent, you're going to save this trade for Atlanta. No, I think it's going to be equal. I think this is the most equal trades that you'll ever find.
Yeah.
A little of me was seeing Luka Doncic was like, dang, what if he was on the Hawks?
It hurts a little bit.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. I'm not, I love Trae Young. I love Cam Reddish, of course.
Right.
A little of it me was like, man, what if he was on the Hawks?
Yeah. That's true.
And that's it for me.
All right. So nothing else to add. I guess that wraps it up for us.
Yep.
All right. So, guys, of course, as always, we are closing out. I guess
walk away from Matt Ryan. Let's move on. Let's break up.
Don't be afraid to move on. Oh, I think we already had something like that. We keep saying that with the Falcons.
Yeah, we keep saying it.
Break up to make up.
There you go.
All right, there we go. Finally, I chose one. All right, guys. So that'll do it for us today. You can always find us every Friday. Our episodes will be up, which this one will be. So by the time you're listening to this, you'll know that. You can find our links in the description here, listening on SoundCloud. You can see in the description for YouTube, and YouTube you can see to listen on your drive home, your safe drive home, or to work on your lunch break. You can listen to us on SoundCloud as well, or watch us visually, like I mentioned, on YouTube. So thank you guys so much for joining us. We'll see you guys next week, same time, same awesome energy, and hopefully some great news with some outcomes, some upsets, because I love predicting upsets. So, guys, thank you guys so much. This is Miguel Lopez and Daryl Jones. Catch you guys next time.
Peace.
Peace.